Hi, this is Perry Marshall. Thank you for subscribing to Mastermind Club. I think you're going to really enjoy being a Mastermind Club member. And so let me tell you what you're getting and what you just signed up for. First of all, I just want to encourage you to stop the distractions that are bombarding you and really go through this. This is quality material. I know you're getting tweets and Facebook posts and emails and all kinds of things, but we've really put this together with care, and I think the best thing you can do is just shut that stuff out and take advantage of what you have here, because there's a real serious profitable education here for you. And the very first thing I want to tell you about is the Next Step Marketing Guide. Joshua Boswell put this together. Joshua was our content czar for a while. Josh is a copywriter and a longtime student of mine, and he came to a 4-man intensive once, and I'll never forget, he had this giant epiphany, like some really important things just snapped into his mind, and he almost like freaked out on the spot. It was this blazing realization of how everything fit together. And he took his client's business and he tripled it in about 2 or 3 months after that. And he won our contest, and then later on came on staff with us and worked with us for a while. And he put together this just amazingly good product called the Next Step Marketing Guide. He had sifted through hundreds of surveys and things that we'd gotten from customers, and he said, this, Perry, is what your customers need. They need something that takes all these great pieces of information and puts them together in a logical sequence. And he assembled this beautiful product called the Next Step Marketing Guide. And we sell that for $400. But when you're a Mastermind Club member, you actually get it pieced out to you over a period of 2 or 3 months. And one step at a time shows you simply, step by step, how to do it. And so you're going to get your first installments of that right away, and I want you to start going through it, because it really puts everything I teach in context: Google AdWords, other kinds of traffic, conversion, emails, autoresponders, surveys, all that kind of stuff, because you want to get to the maximum profit in the minimum amount of time. And so I want to encourage you to stop what you're doing when those installments come and go through them, because it's really quality stuff. The second thing is online, there's a downloadable report called the RFM report, and it's about leverage. There are tiny leverage points in every business that swing huge amounts of sales and profit, and most people treat most things in their business like they're equal, when nothing could be further from the truth. They're very unequal. And the RFM report, you should read it and find out what R and F and M stand for. It really shows you what to look at and what to ignore. There are a lot of things in your business that you can ignore. There's a lot of prospects and even customers that you can basically ignore. If you pay attention to the other members of the population, you get a huge benefit. There's another downloadable report here called the Ingenious Widgets of Google, Microsoft, and Apple. And it's really important to understand that in our digital age, one of the most important decisions any marketer makes, regardless of what you sell, is what to give away and what to charge for, and how to create things that become like a tar baby where your customers can't not do business with you. Almost everybody has given money to Microsoft, Apple, and Google, even though they didn't necessarily have to. Why is that? Well, that's what this report is about, and I think it'll make you a whole lot smarter about what you're doing. By the way, you're going to notice as you go through this that this is not your typical repetitive marketing 101 kind of stuff. It's essential, it's basic, but it's not what you're hearing from everybody else. I think you need some other things, and these are the things that I think are going to help most people. There's an interview, an MP3, with Joshua Russell called Jack Jumped Over the Puddle. Joshua is a good friend of mine. He's a film director. He teaches film at DePaul University, and he's a brilliant screenwriter, and he talks about stories. And you can learn about writing copy from copywriters, but I wanted you to learn it from a screenwriter, because it's one thing to sit through a 30-second commercial or even a 30-minute infomercial, or to spend 20 minutes reading a sales letter. It's another thing to sit through a 2-hour movie and pay money to do it. I think that's one of the most difficult things anybody does. And so Joshua talks about that, and I think you'll find it intensely fascinating. There's an interview with Bill Buell of Big Ass Fans. Audacious name, obviously, but there's a lot more to the Big Ass Fan business than just that. And that interview is really insightful, and I hope you'll stick it in your iPod or take it in your car or whatever, and listen to this, because Bill really hits on some things about controversy and publicity that are worth hearing. Next, you're going to get some critique coupons mailed to you about a month from now, and I want you to use them. These are valuable. I have one of my right-hand men, professional copywriter, do these. This copywriter actually writes copy for me, which there aren't very many of those guys out there, but he does. And he goes through your web page or your Google account or your sales letter or your video or your email, whatever it is, and gives you a really serious look and blow-by-blow explanation what you can do to improve it. Those coupons are worth $200 a piece. We charge $200 to have critiques done. You get 2 of them. So after you've gone through these materials, you can then turn these coupons in, redeem them, and get some really good feedback. And that one thing all by itself could easily pay for your membership. And so we just tried to be really generous to get you started with this and give you something that's really going to help you. So I would like you to use your coupons. You have to be an active member to redeem them. So stay in. You'll get, and I'll get to the other benefits of staying in a minute. We have a couple things that Mastermind Club members get. One of them is the monthly Mastermind call. And that is a 2-hour call where the first hour, Brian and I go through the latest stuff. It's usually oriented around Google and what's new with Google AdWords. Sometimes it's other topics. And then the second half of the call, we do open Q&A, and we review web pages, and we answer business questions, we answer strategy questions, and whatever people want to talk about. And you never know where those conversations are going to go, but they're always insightful, and there's always really smart people on the call. And so I'd encourage you to listen to those live, and you can also get them by MP3, no problem, whichever you prefer. But I recommend being on the live call because you can ask questions and stuff. We have a membership forum, an online discussion board where you can submit questions to some of the smartest online marketers that you can find. My customers are generally very smart, very well-educated marketers. They're not just your average bloke that came wandering by. It's way better than typical discussion forums. We have a moderator. Our forums do not degenerate into name calling and criticism and all that other stuff like a lot of forums do. It's really high quality stuff. And frankly, as far as pay-per-click goes, you'd be hard pressed to find a smarter forum of people to discuss things with. And you can go on that discussion board and you can say, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm stuck, can you help me? And you'll get good input from very smart people. So I would encourage you to use the forum. Go in there, post, introduce yourself, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and describe something that you're working on, and you'll get feedback. I would like you to also watch the mail for the newsletter. I write a newsletter every month. I pour my heart into this thing, and what I put in that newsletter is what I feel like my members need right now to get to the next level. And sometimes it's marketing techniques and mechanical stuff. Many other times it's more mental head game stuff, it's strategy stuff, it's how to think about your business, how to deal with other people, how to dodge landmines. It's kind of like the other stuff that you got with this membership, where it's not just nuts and bolts and marketing basics 101 blocking and tackling stuff, but a lot of it's how to think about the game and how to approach the game different than everybody else does. And so that's just a slice of what you're getting. I haven't even gotten into the box of stuff that you're going to get when it comes in the mail. There's a whole nother set of bonuses that's going to show up there. But I will tell you, it's a notebook, and it's got special reports, it's got CDs, and it's got places to put new issues of the latest newsletter. And so use that to store and archive those newsletters so you can refer back to them. Also, it's got place for CDs. Every other month, the newsletter, instead of being 16 pages, it's 4 pages, and it has a CD. And the CD is generally an interview with somebody who's doing really interesting things. And so listen to those CDs or download them onto your MP3 player. We have a download area where you can get that stuff. And I just want to encourage you to squeeze every drop of juice out of this orange. Get the most you can out of Mastermind Club, and I think we can elevate your game to a whole higher level of profitability and sales. And I really appreciate your business. Thank you for being a member, and I look forward to seeing you at one of our events. Thank you.